One of the better ideas to come out of the early days of survival horror gaming was replacing zombies and monsters with bloodthirsty dinosaurs. Of course, good ideas can go very, very bad, but with Capcom itself at the wheel, was failure even a possibility? Well... Greetings all, my name is Kontrol. I'm a veteran gamer with a knack for drawing and way too much free time. You're watching the latest in a series of gaming pinup videos. So, if you like what you see, think about hitting the like button on your way out and subscribe for more. In the year 1993, legendary director Steven Spielberg brought Michael Crichton's masterful novel Jurassic Park to cinematic life. The resulting film would go on to become a new benchmark for Hollywood special effects, smash all box office records, and of course, spawn a series of hit or miss sequels. Mostly miss, I'm afraid. The Lost World was good, but pretty much everything after is just catastrophe soup, inspired mostly by G.I. Joe cartoons. But the fact that even the truly rancid Fallen Kingdom made money illustrates my main point here. People love dinosaurs. A fact not lost on Capcom, who, 3 years after the incredible success of their genre-defining horror game Resident Evil, unleashed Dino Crisis on the original PlayStation. The idea was simple to the point of being obvious. Take the Resident Evil gameplay recipe, add a half cup of dinosaur, serve immediately. Interestingly enough, Capcom not only borrowed the dinosaurs thing from Jurassic Park, but also its main theme.
Dun, 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 dun,
No.
No?
I'm not talking about music.
Oh.
I'm talking about the moral of the story. Jurassic Park's finger-wagging message to the paying audience.
That dinosaurs are too dangerous to have in a zoo when people are so delicious?
I don't think that was the point. I mean, we have polar bears and lions in zoos now, so...
Was the message that we shouldn't have zoos at all because animals are happier in the wild without humans providing food, shelter, and healthcare?
No, you're thinking of that crappy remake of Dumbo.
Wait, the theme of Jurassic Park is it's morally reprehensible to seek profit by making people pay to see dinosaurs. Capitalism bad.
Well, considering neither my movie ticket or DVD purchase was free, that seems like a stretch too.
All I know is if I was conjuring up real live dinosaurs in my laboratory, I'd expect to make some bank, yo. Kittens gotta get paid, you know what's up, am I right?
Enough! Okay, the main theme of Jurassic Park is hubris. Man playing God and the terrible consequences of such arrogance. It's an old concept, seen quite a bit in Greek mythology, and it fits nicely with Michael Crichton's high concept story. Hubris and mad science get the carnage rolling in Dino Crisis as well, courtesy of one Dr. Kirk. Dr. Kirk, can you imagine?
Damn it, Spock, I'm a doctor, not a YouTube artist.
Forget it, Control. Nobody understood your Kobayashi Maru reference from last week either.
What's happening to the world?
Anyway, unlike Jurassic Park's John Hammond, Dr. Edward Kirk of Dino Crisis also happens to be a butthole. He's one of those lab coat guys who sees all non-scientists as completely useless sacks of flesh. He's the kind of villain who can't resist tossing insults at gun-wielding soldiers who could easily make him bite the curb, and in this game have very little reason not to.
To put it in terms that even you can understand, Third Energy has the ability to replace a pocket in space with one from a different time.
You think his dad slapped him around when he was a kid?
Clearly not enough.
I don't suppose Dr. Butthole was trying to build his own dinosaur amusement park, right?
Nah, the Third Energy he mentioned was originally intended to be a new power source that was cleaner and more efficient than nuclear or fossil fuels. But the US government cut his funding, so he faked his death and made a deal with some place called the Borginian Republic. They built him a Third Energy reactor on some private island.
Gee, a new efficient source of energy sounds like the kind of thing that would attract private investors.
Could've tried crowdfunding.
Where was Elon Musk during all this?
Well, it turns out Dr. Butthole's hubris was matched only by his incompetence, as his island reactor quickly went haywire and killed over 150 NPCs.
Well, if your new power source goes scorched earth the second someone doesn't shut down Windows properly, you might as well stick with nuclear.
Well, we discover later that the Borginian Republic actually wanted the Third Energy to create a new super weapon weapon.
Okay, I say again, stick with nuclear. It was good enough for our grandparents.
Well, the third energy's main benefit is it kills people in interesting ways. A few years after the original disaster, a new test exchanged 1 kilometer around the reactor with a 1 kilometer of ancient jungle, heavily populated by
Dinosaurs!
Good job, Butthole.
A time gate also formed within the building, allowing dinosaurs to enter the facility from the past, which apparently now extinct creatures from the past were just lining up to do.
Dinosaurs can't resist the nice stainless steel corridor control.
Now, it wouldn't be a Capcom survival horror game without a well-equipped team of badasses arriving on the scene to alternately shoot stuff and solve highly unlikely puzzles. So, Rick, Cooper, Gale, and Regina show up to the island to bring Dr. Butthole into custody.
So the team is 2 guys and 2 girls then?
No, is 3 guys, 1 girl.
But you said...
Gale is a dude, Mello.
Okay. You think he became a super soldier to maybe compensate?
And really, it's 2 guys, 1 girl. A T-Rex makes a hot pocket out of Cooper about 2 seconds after his boots hit the ground. He wasn't even wearing a red Starfleet uniform. He's sort of like Joseph from Star's Alpha Team. Remember him, Mello?
No, I don't.
Exactly. Now, the star of the show is Regina, of course. The dead giveaway is her bright red hair and superhero costume, not to mention her picture on the cover of the CD-ROM case. Like most Capcom survival horror heroes of this era, there isn't much of anything to say about Regina beyond her physical appearance. Even her biography on the Dino Crisis wiki is about as interesting as the resume of a Nebraska traffic cop. Let's see. Her real name is classified. Hey, we have something in common. She's 5'9", which is very tall for a woman in a Capcom game. And real life, I guess. The good news is the thin characterizations and goofy story didn't diminish my enjoyment of the game any more than it did the zany Resident Evil games that preceded it. The sub-B-movie writing in 90s survival horror games were just part of the fun. And I always gave particular credit to the Dino Crisis team for their valiant effort at using real-time 3D backgrounds instead of the pre-rendered standard set by Resi. For a game with so many sharp edges in the art design, this choice made for some incredibly rough aliasing, but it turned out reasonably okay. 3D environments really didn't start to mature until the Dreamcast arrived, to be honest. This didn't ruin Dino Crisis's big money shot though. The harrowing moment the T-Rex smashes his head into an office to eat some dead guy and scare the bejesus out of Regina. A truly shocking event from the actual game that was an obvious choice to draw in this week's pinup. And yes, I've taken several liberties with the actual scene, mostly to make things work better in a vertical composition. Why not just make a horizontal composition, I hear you say? Well, obviously because I didn't think of that until just this second, duh. Hey, never claimed to be intelligent. Not that that should in any way deter you from hitting the like button. Remember, the like button is your way of letting me know without a doubt that you've seen worse. And let me know what you personally would like to see appear on the channel, and I will be back next week.